Okay, this is the next run. I extruded the last run, as you can see here. So vcvrack is already running. This is my desktop. You see only obs-studio, and I've got no clue why you don't see rack there. Where is it? Ah, it's behind. So okay. Figure that out. Okay, let's make rack bigger again. Let me have a quick overview of my session. Here we got ZAG mixer, raysession. Here's the rack running just for no reason whatsoever. Okay, here raysession. Let me quickly show you raysession. It creates ZAG sessions, as the name might suggest. So it auto starts the ZAG connections, it auto starts the ZAG mixer, and it auto starts obs-studio to record, and it auto starts vcvrack. So let's have a look at ZAG mixer. It has two inputs. One is for the microphone, one is for vcvrack. Here we got the microphone captured by the system. It goes into ZAG mixer microphone. Here we got a vcvrack. It goes into the rack input of ZAG mixer. Both go out here on the right side of ZAG mixer. The outputs go both USB microphone and rack go both to system and go both into obs-studio. And all that happens automatically once I start raysession. Okay, let's have a look at vcvrack once that is clear. It's I gotta use ZAG mixer to set volumes accordingly. Okay, let's have a look at rack. First switch back in obs-studio. There we have rack. Okay, it is running. And I'm going to start. Either I could do this, a new patches, not blah blah blah. Here you see I get a default session. I set it up once like that. I got 3 mixers and audio output, and here's a delay, as the title says, and plateau is a reverb. Okay, but I want to start with with an empty session. So to delete all of them, I hover over them. So I click on the left click and then hover over them. Click on any of them, right click and delete them. Here's delete, they're all deleted. Okay, to add a new module, I right click on the empty space, the modules panel opens, so modules window. Earlier I searched for drums. Let me remove that. Here at the top left you got search modules. Here you got the brands, and here you got tags. So I want the brand is vcv. I want output module. Left click on it. There it is. I gotta choose my sound driver. In my case it's ZAG. I choose the output. In my case system 1. Okay. And I need a mixer. So again, empty space, right click, search for a mixer. The one by vcv I don't like, so I enter mixer here. And I use the one by AES because I like it. I will duplicate it right away because later I might need a second one. Connect it to the output here and here, and connect the first mix. Now I'm going to so we have sound again. I'm going to quickly add an oscillator again. Right click, I enter oscillator, and which one I'm going to pick? I want dark energy. Where is it? Well, where is it? Well, let me take this one instead. Okay, it's a fancy one. So connect it, left, right. Boom, doesn't sound too fancy. Now we got several options we can choose here. Let's just generate it You know, we might right click and randomize it, and sometimes we are lucky. First I gotta find randomize. Oh, that's pretty weird. Let's get tuned down, make it a bit lower. Here you set the octaves. And go. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's go for it. The tuning a bit higher. Let's initialize that. I'm always right click, initialize. Okay. So far so good. Now that's only what we want now is a little sequence. So I right click. I need a clock for which runs the sequencer. I enter clock. Here's clocked. I like it, so I use it. I right click again. I search for a sequencer. I want one from JW. Sorry. Node sequencer, it's a good one. Okay, here you got clock input. Here's the output of the, you can divide it or multiplicate it. Put it in to get nodes. You trigger on random. I want more nodes, so set that higher, trigger it again. A little bit too much, a bit lower again. Okay, here's the output of this. Here we set the scale. I use the Mixolydian one because it's a good one. Put it in, and we have something. Okay, that's a bit slow, so let me, here you multiplicate it by 2. Okie dokie, let's make it a bit louder. Jack mixer, I'm going for, that might be okay. That might be okay. It's okay for now. What are we gonna do? vcvrack. Okay, let's duplicate the wavetable. Right click, we duplicate it. Here, duplicate, right click, search for it. Here's duplicate, duplicate it. We enter different pitch information from, let's say here. Either output it, of course, to the mixer connected with mix. Let's change the, what we have here. Voices 8 and 8. Well, let's stick with that, but we will change this one to another octave. And we have something fancy. Right, what we need right now is obviously an envelope. So right click, for that we need a VCA. JW here is picked, that's not good. Okay, let's fix this one because it's visual. Oh, we need it 4 times, so we duplicate it and duplicate it again. There's duplicate it again, okay, and boom. It's a bit confusing so fast, but I want the video to be done a short amount of time. Let's get that out of the way. And we need an envelope generator, so I will go for Rampage where it is. I will trigger Rampage with different times. Here you trigger input, here you trigger Rampage, I trigger this, here it's set to multiplicated by 2, here's multiplicated by 1.5, here's the output, and here we set okay, and this one goes here. Okay, that makes that a bit more snappy. I don't particularly really like it, but let's make it a bit louder. 11. Take it like look in OBS session. Okay. Okay, let's look on. It's now 10 minutes. Well, let's quickly add a little bit of drums and then be done. Let's okay. Right click, duplicate. Connected already. There we go. Right click to add drums, search for drums. Gotta go with a kick. Okay, well, see, it's a little bit out of rhythm because I've got nothing even here. Okay. We use closed hi-hats. Let's go for a little bit faster here. Okay, and let's add a snare drum because that's how it is. Snare drum, so what we do, we're gonna randomize it a bit with the balloony gate. There it is, balloony gate. And every now and then it will get triggered. So here we got input. Let's go for that. Let's go for this one. Trigger it. And output. Only every other day. That went south. So you have it here, it's more often. If I have it here, it's less often. Make it a bit louder, listen to it for a little while. No, my rantings should be more silent. I'm really mainly trying to figure out volume. I modulated a few things here. MOD modulate, saturation, morphing and forming. And that was it. fade out. Okay, that was that. We are done.